I am not a big fan of the original Top Gun, but people love that movie. There's something about the art of flying, plus you put in Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins, which is a pretty kick-ass song. And then you got Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer, and they're already like blockbuster action stars of the time. All of that together gets the people going. Well, 36 years later, Tom Cruise is still a top-tier action star. He will push his body limit for the craft of action movies. The commitment shows, and people like that. And that's exactly what he is doing in this movie. He is pushing the limit again, but not with just himself. This time he got director Joseph Kosinski and pretty much the entire supporting cast to join along with him. Kosinski and Cruise have worked together before, but this time they were captivated to push the boundaries. They even worked with Sony to make a brand new IMAX camera specifically for this movie. Cruise somehow convinced the supporting cast to take part of intense G-forces and training to be in the cockpit when they're filming. It's not filmed in a studio, this is all real. Seeing this in theaters is worth it. This is a blast, and this is coming from someone who doesn't even care for the original that much. You can feel and hear how far away the planes are through the sound. All of the actors are in the jets themselves. There's a lot of authenticity going on with this. Their reactions feel genuine to what they're experiencing. The pilots are sipping in more air when they hit an intense G-force, and their faces droop a little bit as well. There is some use of CGI, but I don't find it very jarring. It blends well with the action in the world Kosinski is building. This is a big strength Kosinski can always bring. The dogfights are exciting to watch because of the sheer speed that they're using. You definitely get a good understanding of what's happening around them. And while the action is top-notch, it's the smaller moments that carry the weight of the movie. Maverick may have gotten older and still knows how to kick ass as a pilot, but there hasn't been much growth from him within the past 36 years. Maverick has remained in the same commanding position for a very, very long time, and he won't move up the ranks. He doesn't want to miss the flying and be someone that is just working behind a desk. And I find that part similar to Cruise today. Even though he has so much power with how his movies will turn out, he still wants to be the center of the stage no matter what he's working with. But that causes a dilemma of his ego being against the current way things work. That adds more weight to Maverick's character. This movie is about Cruise coming to terms with his age and limits, so he must do everything he can with a last hurrah. Now, that also might be similar themes for the next 2 Mission Impossible movies and his movie going into space. It's at least now starting to be recognized by him. This also gives Cruise a pretty good performance that doesn't involve action. There are a couple of scenes that show his acting chops that we haven't seen in a while. Miles Teller plays Rooster, who is Goose's son from the first movie. Rooster is similar to Maverick when he was younger. We learn more about certain moments that have happened off screen between Maverick and Rooster. That drama adds more weight to their characters and their history. His rival is Hangman, a cocky yet lovable pilot, played by Glen Powell, which is something that he's always good as. Monica Barbaro plays Phoenix, who's like this very tough-going student, but always knows when to mess around. Lewis Pullman plays Bob, who seems like an underdog in the group, but is resilient enough to stand out. John Hamm plays Admiral Cyclone. Maverick's actions puts him in certain dilemmas that I find interesting, and I honestly think Hamm is just a good choice for a Kosinski movie. Jennifer Connelly plays the love interest Penny. Connelly is good and a believable love interest, but I think anybody around Connelly's age could have played this character and would have given us a similar performance. The character is great though. She softens Maverick throughout the film, which makes Maverick a bit more interesting, and it shows a little bit more of Cruise's acting. The character's emotions, their strengths and weaknesses, and the action meld together in one awesome climax. The editing is great here. The camera is stable and it doesn't rely on constant jump cuts. The focal points are clear to see and it's easy to follow along. It makes it thrilling. Now, the movie does rely on fan service. I mean, the beginning of this movie is literally the exact same beginning as the original. It's got planes flying off the Navy ship. It's got the guys giving the thumbs up. It's got the orange tint from the sunset. You can see the heat. It's playing Danger Zone. It could have probably been cut, but, you know, it gets the people going. There are moments of callbacks from the original, and I might say it's not entirely necessary, but it doesn't really bother me. However, there is one callback, one fan service thing that is used in the climax that I think works extremely well for the story. It adds a lot of weight to the action, it helps build tension, it is cool. It's just a cool, fun movie. This movie is a great example where the theater experience will enhance everything and you will have a better time. Your 65, 70-inch TV with a soundbar cannot compete with a movie theater. This is awesome to watch. The action is well paced, well cut, it never feels boring, the sound design is dope. All of the characters are fun to watch even if some have more personality than actual character development. The story delves into action, but the stakes are higher because of the emotions. It's also a therapeutic movie for Cruise. It's something different that we don't see from big action stars today. We and Cruise himself know the ending is near. That sounds really threatening and dark, but he can't be doing this forever. And even though he's like 60 now, I think, he's still pushing boundaries. He lets the cast join along for the ride. That makes it just as fun. Top Gun Maverick is certainly a better sequel than Top Gun. It gives the fans what they like about the original and it improves upon itself. It may not be the most challenging movie and it can still be seen as a propaganda movie, but there are so many blockbusters that have the same looking CGI, they all look very vanilla. Watching this shows what's possible for blockbusters and the art of filmmaking itself. Right now, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Thank you so much if you made it this far. Did you see Top Gun Maverick? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know down below. Let me know what I should review next. Make sure you do the liking, the commenting, subscribing, do whatever you want. It's up to you. Make sure you exercise every day. Make sure you drink your milk and have a great day.